So as usual, so we should begin with just trying to fully relaxing our body first. So as we relax physically and then just observe, keep observing our experience, then we will notice that sometimes we might be able to feel at rest, feel relaxed, maybe for a minute or so, in fact in a very short period. And then after that, then we will observe, we will notice that some kind of thought arise, state of mind arise, if we observe. And then when we examine that kind of type of this state of mind that kind of pops up, and then kind of we will, there are, depending on the, so in fact what kind of, whatever the type of the thought that we are most, familiar with, most habituated with in our normal life. So usually that we will notice that kind of thought arises. So therefore, we will notice there's two types, two people, two different people. There could be one person who might be normally, say, is a very normally more habituated with a peaceful and with a virtuous kind of state of mind, and then for that person, then that we will notice, we can quite easily, then you can observe that thought arise. And whereas for someone who is normally is very habituated to what we call as a mental defilement or mental afflictions, so which can be takes in the form such as like the anger or any such distracting thoughts, and then in that situation, then this kind of person, we will notice that very familiar, this very distracting, very agitating, and very disturbing kind of thought then arises, and so therefore, really, for that, when we notice this same very familiar, very distracting, agitated state of mind arises, then it really doesn't the help, even if we are physically we are at rest and relaxed, that we doesn't help us to feel comfortable, feel at rest and at peace. So whereas for person who experience, who observe that state of mind which is peaceful, which is virtue, then really it gives that person really give a kind of total sense of peace and relaxations, because there's the person can feel both mentally and physically at rest. No?
Leg tune coral tada, Zamazo sena, leg tune corachi, Nan ron do carriage, Che Chushi, there's a contra dragon. Little as a Madena, said the man I own, corachi, jig tune, there's don't get it, do you not? Your lawyer chess a leg. That little there said the hell. Patron the church was shooting the material, tipping, material, tipping. Kosher boyada. Shaboy on the dead deliver. Suggest about the one running dead. Master boy and then there we are. Then never yet dead never take. Said ya, dead failure. Yanada. Tell little dead. Little that mother rooted, no judge gets his value, mother rooted as I can't get over one. That is other little day. Coca chimbos yard at there, said the lele mass, that's a boy someone do. That is it. That till dang it just a card, and then on the cellar. Gay seller condition, gay seller condition, gay said the condition should have a test or you or Tilin or the leg, little there, pop patches, the Lord Dame. Trosha, Lord Dame. Don't not till all you're going to. That thing in a pento yabba, that didn't lodges on Gango, you might tell a share of lavender. Ngana lang, the pento chumbuch watching do sing a movement. Depend on the canny share and share motor kitchen do's. Yet no matter depend on the year no matter pento chumbon do sing do are. Young others that's on dead to them. That tea card go jar, go said me balan dish combashabara. Me balan dish combashed the cargo, gay me bal load and dish combashab. That's on the theatre. Upon the other, they thought they can't go in the house on death to them.
So there is, no doubt that that everybody, enjoy, wish to feel. Peace, feel relaxation, feel happiness, and so therefore the understanding, realizing that when we talk of a true peace and happiness, then the cause for that is more than something physical, like even more than just finding physical peace and physical relaxations. So, and I also normally say that, especially, when you as we reach to like an old age, then especially at that kind of moment, then where there is, our physical, and we become quite weak to really to do anything. So therefore, at that kind of in a late age, like even if you reach age like 80 to 90s, so at that kind of age, really, then what we call the peace and happiness that which you really look for. So it's really totally more depending on your state of mind. Whereas, when we take into account of some younger people, then who are physically so, the mobiles, they can just do, they can, see, they can lie down, they can walk, they can do all this, the mobilities. So therefore, at least there is some kind of, still there's some sort of the opportunity to find such, like the peace and, some sort of, the happiness, on a like a physical levels. So therefore, regardless of this, so therefore, we all know that or understand that how actually to everyone, to whether it's regardless of age, to actually to find to enjoy a reasonable level of peace and happiness within ourselves is so important also for our the well-being of our health, and as well as to really if we want to live longer. So that is also a very important factor for our lifespan, living longer, for to improving our health. So therefore, it's you can think of. Therefore, we can understand, we can appreciate, we can understand here that how then, when we take into account of the causes for our our peace and a genuine sense of peace and happiness, then really the main cause is something within ourselves. Is on the more on the mental level. So therefore, it's on the mental level if we experience, if you are able to find really a very peace and happiness, then it is like we got to understand that it is like just as like how when we we always when we look at take into account of the external world, if we hear about some lovely beautiful places, we always then love to go there, to enjoy that place. So in the same level, we got to understand that finding the right state of mind, like a virtuous state of mind, is like then to going to taking oneself to this very peaceful and a very happy state. So therefore the we need to, if we need to, this is something. So therefore it becomes very important to we have to know what we can, how, if we think of what we can do to now to cultivate or to develop, to find more such, the peace and happiness on the mental levels. Then what we have to do is then we have to make an effort to trying to cultivate and habituate ourselves, our mind with a virtuous state of mind, virtuous way of thinking, and so in fact, this is what the it's all about about the meditation practice. Which, the term meditation practice, which is literally means to a practice of getting ourselves familiar with. So getting ourselves familiar with where in the practice where we the object that we choose in meditation practice is something virtuous, and so therefore it is by familiarizing, by disciplining our mind to that objects, and then we are able to cultivate and to build this positive habit, in a sense, within our mind, so that they can easily arise, and so in this way, that it becomes, like as I was just saying earlier, just before, that how, then in fact there are some of our students here that I know who on reach to a late, very old age, who really appreciate all the the practices, the spiritual practices that they have learned, and now they find that, especially in the late age when they are physically, there's not much, mobilities, there's not much they could do, and they could really appreciate this kind of, that some sort of practice which give them a tremendous peace and happiness in something that which, it does when they engage in practice, but something that is very, even though it's hard to conceive.
Game majet the Chaman Diana, Yelmada, and Sayang mother. Yeah. She just said that so goes at the Lepishon or the Malebishon, the Sharash and Shira. Sharash Sheni, Jeva Sheni, Shira de Jeva Sheni, the Malebishon, John, Tembigutani, or a Nisani, Geshe Doga Heart. Don't get it to eat nothing in it. I may do Koroba, she was it at the say, anything that. Chip Pemboyard. Kajate Peto is a Moboya, the chiller country on get any married, then you know, young Joe Temba the Shiji is. Ronnie gave me by my big Temba can't take social jail. Thing on the pop have long. Guardian condil Jan, Nana said, Madame, some Nazana telling you, must say, get your married. Yeah, just a test, she started to lose you, drove to Temba the Chis. Yet, to Yemecha, saying you are. Don't to Rosella Tai, saying you are. Netabatella, telling minutes, Nil to swing cannot do. Da told you Temba the Shiji said, Nineta, others not to gamble the Pasha, then won't tell you. One time, mother, then you let the Pasha you would do. Don't tell it. Ah, yet ain't you, Yembecha, saying Dua. Don't you, Rosella, is saying Dua. Wrong seller, touches it in it, says Zonge, and never Zonga, and I don't want to talk to her. Sell touches Machena, says Zonge, yet one jet, says Zonga, teeth in it, never Zonga, so that you are telling, and no issue with you. Macheda, say Maria Key, just I don't told you about it. So no taste don't happen to other.
So,
you can't see a man, I don't sound to go yard. My get you get dead, don't you are? There's a party, say, just the Shaga, don't have it. You could master Navado, just the Shaga, Tabari, how long yard. You are long or another game, maybe my temper to shut you. My knowledge of what you get meda. Don't continue tell you. Chuchukan Koja, Chuchukan Koja, Lella sharing it, that's on the water. Some children did on happen to are taking any one of some talk is a ration did there.
So, this the great, the master, the Atishas, said as a very like the pit or instructions. So saying that of all the friends, the mindfulness and the alertness these are the supreme or are the best friends, and of all the the qualities, excellent qualities, the thought of like or the altruism or the thought of benefiting other is the most is the supreme qualities, and then of all the like instructions of all the instructions, all the spiritual precepts, then the supreme one is the watching one's own mind, one's own thought. So so now the there is a if we think about on this these instructions, so we will find something we can take from these, some sort of practice which are really very much are relevant, but also very immediately very beneficial and effective to our life. So, for example, it's how important, if we think about it, how important it is to even in our everyday life to apply this mindfulness and the alertness. So now in here, so when we say the mindfulness, it is more like the remembrance or the memory of all the virtuous, or virtuous object of the virtuous practice. So if therefore now if we if we are able to retain or keep this mindfulness in our life, then we are able to remember to all the virtues, all the wholesome and all the good practice. So therefore we are able to it enables us to then to sustain or to retain a virtuous state of mind, and so therefore when we have the virtuous state of mind within us, then there's no way that we will mentally or inwardly there's no way we could we could feel any like unhappiness or any disturbance within us, because as when this virtuous while the virtuous state of mind is present, is within us. So therefore, it is as it says, it does. We need to, in order to maintain such a virtuous state of mind. So we do need to apply mindfulness in our life. Otherwise, we can easily get distracted and then overpowered by some other external distractions. So therefore at the same time, then it says that mindfulness. Then at the same time, it's also important to apply alertness. So which is the kind of the sense of just like a part of the mind, mental factor, which kind of watch, which they analyze, or which discriminate our thoughts and our actions. So which also very important that we have to watch our thought, whether it is to ensure that it is in a right, it is in a positive state, and not on the negatives, has no influence of the negative state of mind. So in this way, it's with the awareness, and then it allow then us to continuously to retain this the virtuous state of mind, and with the able to continuously able to apply the mindfulness in our practice, so that if there's any, if any like shortcoming, any fault, arise in our mind, then the recognition or with the detached, as it is detected by this our alertness or through our awareness, then we are able to enable us to then to apply the mindfulness, and then again the retain the virtuous state of mind. So so therefore it is the it's very important, and there's a tremendous benefit. So to as it says in these instructions, to trying to apply the practice to watch or observing our thought or our mind. So which is also necessary, because so that it is through keeping a close eyes or watching our thought, then we will be able to know, we will be able to recognize then what the to discriminate our thoughts from between the positive thought state of mind and the negative states of mind, and so therefore accordingly then we can modify or we can change our state of mind. So in fact, if I share my own experience, so like I spend pretty much whole day in my that room upstairs there, and most time I get up around between 4:30 to 5 a.m. and so from the very beginning of my time, so I always trying to to apply this practice, of the mindfulness, and of trying to retain a virtuous state of mind. So, so this is what something that as I talked, this importance of all this application of mindfulness and alertness to the people. So it's not something that it's something same thing. That's something that I'm also every day trying to apply that, and I can say that even though that I won't be able to say I have reached a very, very high level experience of my spiritual practice, but as far as this practice of the application of mindfulness and alertness go, so it is very natural for me to even from right from the mornings to be able to retain through this virtue state of mind, and it is all I understand that it is all because of my familiarity with this practice of the application of mindfulness and alertness. No?
That's on that is on the Tanangela, Goja, game bachelor, second share, that's all Taga, Gojan Kenny. Kaja Gosh was young in the zone to Taga. Gay on Bala, Kogan, gay Mebala, condition, so started Checker. London gay, Gaza, go Jangas, gay Mebala condition, go Jana, Soto Made Negas, Momo Shushu, gay somebody, gay Maje, big Tembade, Momo Shushu, you can stand there. That gay Meba Maje bit, Sembate, go Maja bit Negas, draw Yan, do Kajan Kaja, come on, Shushu lesson. 다 녀모고 이 거가 꺼놓는데 와 가만히 못해다 용어 뭔데 와다 배우는데 와 그것도 녀모 중요하지 다 진짜 될래 이거데 와더 소소 산도 뭘로도 자되네 놀 때 내도 가버려야 실로라 나 가까이 녀모고 제 팬이나 그러면 소소 거 야부려고야 말해 손도 거 맞지 와서나 저래 말해 다 손을 tende서나 거 야부잖아 다 가르다 녀모추를 가르는데 다 손 대손은 가도 이거 등가는 녀이터 더 그래 뭐젤이 니제나 쇼바나 레서는 뭐들 큰거 요거면 돼와 그는 쇼바세사다 니제세다 가도 큰거 요거면 돼와 call Chado Yongomodua. Coca Mosa. Tell I maybe Shamba Nijet, Cosa, tell I maybe Shamba Nijet, Yamoshe, Coca Mo, talking to her. Tell them Maja Yongoma, Chado Yongoma, Dresse Yongomare. That made that Kunro Yongomare. Yes, Tende got Kunro man, mother there, Chado man, mother there, Dresse man, mother there. Maja man, mother there. Son of Tende Todo. Gay Sam Hajabe, Chamba said, Hacho, Yana Tro, no true church, but tender and you are. Gadi in a Kuza run, Puppet Zotenkesa. Monday short Zan Matova, Yan Leon. Yana game about my yard, Lochima, Lonin, some do. Much there's a many trigger. Better job. Shomba Nija does a Jedi, you say, oh, mother, Lord, you say, mad dead. Nitaba, Manzo, Madea, then get the Trados and dresses and Majas and Mede, Kunra, the other same Madea, and Conda, not that Ray, touching in a Kunra Kajil, Martian, and Mother down. Kunra Kajil, the mother damn, I don't know anything do. Chiba Yejero, Major, Goja, Major, and the Tana. Kunro Kajil, Kajil, damn, I don't ring. Kinchil, man, and Hayabang, I don't ring do either. That's on Tende, Togarang, then Gita, Tada, Chicha, Mother Gita, Trobo, Niba, not tell Lava. Chero Goja, Metabo Jagger, Metabo Jagger. The guy did not dare say not Toya. Debati so Jizundro, Yamu Churton. Yamu Chur Kazatovato, Jizundro yare. Sebastian Royare. Is a thought on Tojana, so Goja, Madebi, do want to say, David, they are just talking to her. Mandoka Lika Karina, there. David, they are deserted. David, do not say, other Shah Karisha is there. They're younger Yamare. That's on death of the movement. That's on the late of the Abun to Ajeta, gave me ball and Jishi Koba Sheba, take what the Abu Legore. The Tulzan, Goja, Net, and Rodum, Mendotina, how cooked. Yeah, tender man, I think, Mingos and Yentos, their mother Kaka Yama.
So a lot of us are interested, not only interested in meditation practice, but also we do we're saying that we have been practicing, and indeed there are some who have been saying that they've been practicing meditation for over many years. So now it's very important. So therefore now we have to understand. We have to recognize that what kind of effect that meditation practice has on our life and on our experience. So what sort of benefits that we gain from learning and from practicing meditations. So we have to ask whether as a benefit of meditation, as a result of meditation practice, are we becoming a better persons? Are we able to minimize or reduce the amount of mental defilements of affliction within us, and are we able to, as a result of meditation practice, are we able to, finding more peace, happiness, and satisfaction in our life or not? So for all these cautions, so it's all we have to really much depends on our understanding of the meditation practice. So So as normally we say, meditation practice is the practice whereby we are, we familiarize or we habituate our mind with the virtuous objects. So now, it's important. So now, do we follow this? Do we apply this whenever we engage in meditation practice? And so therefore, we have to say, if you are not applying, if you are not applying or not practicing the meditation practice properly, and then really no matter how long we follow the practice and we boast ourselves that we've been doing for a long time, but in fact, really, it's a whole thing is all waste of time, and at the end it will be life become empty. You have an empty life. So therefore, is the on the other hand, how we also have to look now. If in we do the practice, meditation practice properly, that is to really to we make effort and we're trying to with a clear understanding of the purpose of the meditation. So which if I quote, there's one master who says that the result of meditation is really decreasing mental defilement or mental or afflictions. So therefore now, as he says this, so we have to not only we have to aim our meditation practice to really to counteract these so-called like mental defilements, whether such as defilements or the afflictions, and also to as a result of meditation practice, then we have to expect, or we have to notice that the like reductions of such the amount of mental defilement within ourselves. So therefore as far as the actual the meditation practice is concerned, there's no doubt that if it will work if we apply it properly in terms of counteracting all the mental defilement, like even to get rid of like anger, get rid of jealousies and pride and so forth. There's no question about that, because the technique, as we said before, when we meditate, we will be engaging our mind onto our virtuous, objects. So when the mind is placed on a virtue object, then then at the same time it is not possible, or in a sense, then there is no room in our mind to for any other like mental defilement to arise. You cannot have on a one like a seat cushions where we're supposed to be meant for one person. We cannot have two people sitting on the same cushion together. So this is how we have to see, we have to understand that our mind, when our mind is on in the state of like a virtue state, then it is not possible for it to be in the on the opposite, like a non-virtuous or on a negative state of mind. So we can, for example, if it more specific example, how if we are able to cultivate love and compassions towards or directed towards a certain certain persons, then how while we have the feeling of love and compassions, then how at the same time how then it's impossible for us to feel like anger towards the same person, or to jealousies towards relating to that person, or to feel pride, or to feel wanting to compete, wanting to compete with that person. So all these so-called the the mental afflictions. So there's no room for that while we have cultivated our love and the love and compassion within within ourselves. So so therefore we have to appreciate, we have to understand that how the reason why we need to overcome, we need to work to overcome all the mental afflictions such as anger, jealousies, and pride, so forth, is because these are the direct cause of our sufferings, our miseries, and all the unnecessary worries and the disturbance. Like how if we have the anger in our mind for 1 1 minute, then for that minute there is no room for happiness, no room for the peace, and so whereas if we for 1 minute, if we are able to enjoy the mind, enjoy a state of mind without anger, without free of such any form of any defilements like the jealousy, so forth, then we can be sure that at that moment, then we have a peace and we have a happiness within ourselves. So this is why, as we just said, mentioned before, how the application of mindfulness alerts and how these are our true friends. True friends are somebody who can help one, who can help one in finding happiness and finding peace. So this was exactly through this meditation practice and through applying the mindfulness and alertness, how we are able to then to conditioned, to find peace and happiness. And so in this way, it's very important to trying to not simply because we're saying that we are meditating, but to really we're going to make sure that the practice that we are doing is very effective and is directed towards transforming to becoming ourselves as a better persons, and in terms of reducing and also counteracting all the mental delusions and so forth. So in this way, it is we can understand here that when the meditation practice is done properly, then not only it has we benefit from the gain the benefit of the meditation while practicing in terms of finding peace and happiness, but also even we are not meditating, then it has, because our meditation practice where we apply, where we engage in some sort of practice or some training which counteract the mental delusion, and on the one hand, and which trying to cultivate a virtue state of mind. So therefore, even after the meditation periods, then we will find that this meditation practice has an impact, has such a positive impact on our life in terms of our way of thinking and our actions, and so in this way there's the practice become a really serve as a true cause, a basis for us to bring more peace and happiness in our life.
다 소소 로데 게임이 발라 디시 콤바시나 다 팬도 가려야레스 디시 콤바 마잖아 내가 가려야레스 지지세 마시에 송아데.
So in short, what I've said before, so is true that it's a meditation practice. So it is a practice where in which so we acquaintance, or we familiarize our mind with virtuous objects. And then I talked about the what benefits, or what are the advantages that we can gain from this the familiarizing, or from resting our mind on a virtuous objects, but the shortcomings and the disadvantages of our mind being being not familiar with the virtuous objects.
That's on the take that's on the take on the card. Tangando Kanga Geshe Doga Gay Sego, somebody going to use in tell last one. So they're going to tell it. So the Kajin, somebody Zumbos. The champagne, somebody Zumbos, the Mandon Dinny. So the fine on the red catch was shooting. Somba 장마서 비 거리에 라다 년에 somba서 셴베지 somba 예 예세는 동안나라 무제비 이제세 대인 보라더니 무제비다 셴바세 하트로도 슈치무슈치 그래서 코 거잖아요 대련 하보스래서 가디나 코용케스래서 셴바니 이제 거이데 년에 셴바니 이제 거샤 로코로 셴비 이제 뭐야 셰제르면 셴바니 이제 미바서 깨자 말해 시도로 이자 시라 거샤테 시라 뭐야 셰제르면 돈이 거서 돈이 미바 로이 미바 셴데 거이 노바나지 미바 셴 거라 셴바니 이제 거서 셴바니 이제 미바 셴테마 로지 셴바니 이제 뭐야 셴데 자 피시 좀 셴바진데 전제게 다 로좀바 셴바 이제 권지 셴나 권지에 따바 권지 정보 셴자가 소소 녀사들 권지 셴거 대 소소 녀사들 소소 내와요 돼 녀사들 대 권지 셴거 대 녀사들 펜비샤 저거 내비샤 까통거 다선 또도 로바 가르나 소소 펜비샤 저 내비샤드바 까댕가 로바 나도 조조만 되더라 손은 된다도 쇼바도 이제 되고 조조만 되게 제가 시 조조만도 기체 통도가 자 손은 된다도나 다 자인게 다 대라 송아들 다 손은 관계 대도 로좀보 로야보 게 손바 다 맞게 그 타제래 선에 되네서 대저 맞 손도나 맞아 강 마시라도 제 있어 하 공도와 자 다선 대도야
so in essence, so the what we need to what we need to come to the conclusion is that it is that the virtuous that we must cultivate a virtuous state of mind. So it is in that we need to understand or recognize that we do need we do need this virtuous state of mind, and so therefore the for example, virtuous state of mind such as like the love and compassion for other beings, and like the very altruistic mental attitudes towards others, and so these are the virtuous state of minds. So are something that we something that we need, and because and also it kind of fulfill it echoed with what we all desire, what we all wish for in our life, that is the happiness, and then it also helps us to avoid all the things that we do not want. That's the sufferings. So therefore, the virtue, when we talk about the love, so that is the real a true sense of care, and which you show to other in terms of really genuinely and sincerely always wishing them to have happiness, and then the compassions, which is as a mental attitude. So it is to genuinely and wholeheartedly always you wanting, or you wish the other people to be free of suffering, or free of unhappiness. So therefore now on the question on relating to how we cultivate, or in sometimes we say you meditate on love and compassions. So when we and then also there are some other type of meditation we can say we can meditate on the emptiness, and other we can have different meditation topics. Now when we say meditate on love and compassion, what does that mean? Is means to really to arising our own. You make an effort, so then which calls your own mind to arise or to manifest in that aspect of the meditation, object of the meditation, which is if it's a love, to arise to your mind in the form of love and compassion. So which is quite different when we meditate on the emptiness. So it is the emptiness become like a topic, like a subject or the object for our mind, and so where in this case, mind, love as an object, or love as an object of our meditation practice means to trying to transforming our mind into that state of the love or the compassions. So therefore, other thing which I also frequently emphasize is also that we see this when we talk of start practicing love and compassions. So of course it is the virtue state of mind which is relating or partnering to some your connection with other peoples, and so therefore we will when we in a real terms of practice, so we will be practicing these to those people we normally in our everyday life we interact with, we share our life with. So therefore we can imagine what kind of positive impact this would bring if we are able to develop this love and compassion. That is, then we are bringing more love and compassion in our the relationship with those who are close to us, and that means so we are giving them more help, more support, and also we are also extending more help to help them, to free from any difficulty, any hardships, and so forth. So therefore, we can see how this has the impact as a benefit, as a result of what we call as to creating the even the favorable, externally creating a favorable condition for oneself. So which are also something we need in our life, and which something we makes different to our life, such as if we have many trusted and very trustworthy friends around us. It does give more support to one's life. So in this way, we can understand here that the benefits of actually putting this our meditation or our spiritual practice in applying into our day-to-day lives. So is something very immediate to ourselves and to all the other who are around us.
Lo zombo, lo yapo, gay sella, conding ever on the share generation. Condition, carrier condition, go Johnny, condition, go jad, the gay seller condition big. Chile, Mebal, Nebisati, Chile, Mando, said the maneba, come on, Momuchi, Nina. Go Jangela Semane Bekanga, Mimana Kanga Yade, Jite Papa Nenkela, all of that, Semane Bekanga, Tindua, Semane Beti, Likam, Mobo Tashono Dua. Lega She Negatala, Sembashiba Mundua, Tiseva Rigandua. Go Legasheva Kola, said the Tenny, or Go Janke, Go Janke, and say up me by Negra. Shinjo, Shedden Swanyo. Say, Yabuji, that's a man I know, legal and I in da. Tell, say, Abu Teton, Tetoiza, legal or Tatsu Yaboyo. This is Maria Cheshire, Nenua. Ita, the one other Gorgon said that maybe Abu on that, Siba Never, and the geisha, moving Jews, said my one over, get a lot of much what you are. Yet, Mandam in the yard. Young in choose to be with me, Gano the new way are there, Mother Sam Manana, the new way are my taste some today to town, got a young this. Go my gotcha. That's your chef, got a young, you know, take it.
So really the purpose that we of meditation practice is to cultivate a virtuous state of mind, and then through this then we find, or we achieve more, bring more peace and happiness in our life. So so then we notice it's not only when we have a calm and a virtuous state of mind. So it's not only it benefit us, but then also it also enable us to extend the help or benefit to other as well. So so in this way as to the effectiveness of the meditation practice, or in that matter effectiveness of whatever we activity that we do in our life, even something very worldly or the mundane one. So it is also very depends on the or we need a very stable, a stable state of mind. That's very important. Even let alone meditation practice, even in our like a mundane activities. How if our mind is not stable, if it's not it is very agitated. It's not not really with the whatever activity we're doing, then we will the activity will then also become very boring for us, and then it will make us even the time that we spend do the activity also seems to be unending, So whereas if our mind is there with the activities and there's we really fully there with what we're doing, and then we don't notice that, and then our activity become more effective. So therefore, it is said that even when we engage in meditation practice, so it's very important to first of all to ensuring that that our mind is resting, is within ourselves, and is not is steady, is steady, and so therefore, once the mind is steady or stable, then after that, then whatever whatever the virtues activities that we do, then it says that then it will become very the effectives in terms of the producing a greater result of our meditation practice. So on these notes of we have said enough about the meditation practice, what to do, all the benefit, but so therefore we better spend some time for the practice. Yes.
Right. That go jazz, say wrong on that teaching, they call legacy. Say on that, say name on the tell say wrong, no, say then I'm dog, Shaje conscience, name on the Rogoya Marva. Manzo never the control on Dona Mado Carlo. Mando on that name, make the rain do. Is that no Mando go jate, so on Jana, on Jat so mad, so Jutobache, on Jat so mad, oh lad, Nemo Temogia, yes, that go jat, send the same, Nemo on the Nemo, they won't say it, take God. For Nemo, Madam, one and dead, and the other son told the mother. Said the Nemo, go shoot you, then dead there. Just someone catch it there. Today, the Nemo over things in Tagore. The Cache Rose is and think about things in Tang, think on the Mura Tang, the Rose said, think on the Mura Tang, the whole wrong leg. Is a cell wrong leg, say Nemo on the Mura, so still on the cell wrong leg. Mother cell wrong over it. Rose tell it. That Nemo on the cell wrong, I am do a Nemo or Cache, that cell wrong on the certain sentence, cell wrong on the cell letter, cell less. She said, Mother Kanyam, so got cartoon teaches no cares on as on the she said, Mazon, there's on a send the strategy, that's also quality, a boy yard, son do the young and the yard thing, and son could the boy yard.
So we can also understand the meditation practice also as a way to free our mind, from all the mental from the mental affliction or mental defilements, and so because if we look at our mind as it is, then our mind is completely under the power or under the pressures of the various types of mental afflictions. So it is absolutely has no completely suppressed, completely imprisoned, by these mental afflictions. So therefore, in a way, when we talk of the meditation practice, so it is also it's like we are rather than our mind and ourselves being fully overruled or completely overpowered by mental affliction. So we want to be we want to have full self-control of ourselves. The gain the full control of the control of one, like a self-control or self-power by ourselves. So it's like how when some peoples who are under a lot of the oppressed rule, and then they can when they able to free themselves out, then there's like they release, they come out of that the suppressed rule. And so in same way, is meditation practice is also something like that, to free ourselves and our mind from the chain, from the power of this overwhelming power of the mental delusions. And then it says that once we are free, then this is where then our mind has has all the we can direct. Once our mind is free, then we can make the complete use of our mind ourselves, of the full potential of mind ourselves. So in a sense, it is said that then our mind, normally we use the term, the mind become very like a serviceables or workables. So it's like if you got a very like a tamed, very well trained horse, then the rider can direct the horse wherever he wants to go. So in a similar way, that that's one aim of the meditation practice. So is to really to make our mind like that. So we can utilize what in the whatever way we want, and so no.
다 나는 거대 자 리 대통 거미 발네 내가 되네요. 리 대통야 뭐 마시나 세미 발네 이제 깔이 강원도와 이제 리해자 사상 대서 다 리대생 거 마시 먹어야지. 된다다 해야 되네. 세등아도 가서 갈때 먹는데와. 자, 대 알아서 선 대도 다 미반 윤중을 윤중은 아마도 레트만데 이거 내가 쉬워져야 뭐 센트 되려 스페나 세팅 그 컨트롤 센트 되려 저러 잡아 거 쇼마 거세 용거야 마 걸선 뭐또 거와라 될 윤중 거세 코로 윤중 판도 손으로 제다 진짜로 또 그거야 매잖아 진짜 제 전부야 윤중은 거 맞아 너도 쉬 차라 윤중 거거세 기바 제바지야 이제 맞아 거자 간다 맞아 미바 대치 윤중어시 라 미바 코로지 다 미바 코로지라 달라다 거자려 갈라 너도 코로세 제 반내 그도와 더 거세 띵엔세 거 세치 제대 반내 봐 세치 제 권로 선으면 세치 거를 내가 라 세치도 내발라 개 가야 되는 로시로일 가사 갈 주는 돼 주는 no said 미바 세치 내가 봐 진짜야 로시로 아 조인한다 녜한다 너도 좀비쇼는다 너도 녜비 예들어난다 통제는 자 톰바 네바 세 네바 제도는 야보 헬라 제데 다 뒤에서는 윤중 걸어라 다시야 너희 진짜 네바 예선은 완전히 제선 새도 강한 주발 마셔be 대샤를 된 로그래 다 선대 근데 다 가만 가신데 근데
So the meditation that we normally do is the breathing meditations. So in which we we need to ensure that our mind is single pointedly or fully placed or directed. The mental attention is directed on the inhaling and exhaling of the breath. So and so the of course we also always give a bit of time to making sure whenever you practice meditations to choose the right postures which is most suitable, most convenient for yourself, and then the benefit of this practice of the breathing meditation is that it is very it is simple technique, but yet is very effective in immediately calming our mind down, or just cutting off our mind from any thoughts, whether if for example if our mind is very disturbed by such as like some thought of like anger or resentment, then how we can cut that thought simply quite without much difficulties, just simply engaging in this the breathing meditation practice. So whereas instead of engaging in breathing meditations, how when the anger, such disturbing thought is very strongly present in our mind, then if somebody say in order to overcome that, you should meditate on to develop like a patience, or to develop love and compassion towards others. So then that's not something you could do it straight away. So therefore we will in this meditation, so as much as possible to trying to direct your whole mental attentions towards onto the breath, and trying to retain that single pointed concentration on the breath, and so therefore obviously the obstacles that we will face in this is the distractions, other thought, like mental other thought arisings, whether. So it's important to in order to maintain this our single pointed concentration on here, it is on our breath. So it's important to prevent all the thoughts, even if whether it's a positive thought or or a negative or good or bad thought. So it has to be all this such kind of conceptualized thought. So it has to be prevented, and then we will find that how as we direct the mind, as we rest the mind on the breath, then we'll find how it is so effective in enhancing really calm and peace and tranquility within ourselves. So we begin the meditation now. Okay, that's all for tonight, and thank you for coming. In our tonight's discussion, so we find that we notice that how the meditation practice, so is really is also about the training ourselves to to be able to direct our whole mind, whole mental attention, so on a a specific, on a particular objects, and so rather than how normally we not only meditation practice, whatever in any things we do, our mind is normally is not always, not, fully, not completely, all the energies, all the force of the mind is not completely on the object, on whatever we are doing, and so and rather, we always find that either the most or the part of certain part of the mind or our mental attentions all being directed to something else that other than that or the object or whatever we're doing.
Right. The shoot him away, younger the shoot him away. Cars and juicy chambers of my own, Juchimo Kawa and Pachi Tron and called you on Maracat also in that. Now, Juchimo shoot chill, they shoot Chandra, then no jigger, on the Sepa Tron, then, yeah, but Nipachi didn't shoot Chewach, Chol Pejang, the younger Major.
So it's just same as like, His Holiness Dalai Lama's, use an analogy of how, when the current or the flow of the river, when it is directed to one area, then it can be the current can be very strong, very force. Whereas it is scattered, then it will lose all its force loss.
Then you just said
No. So in same way, there's
mind,
when the force, mental force is directed to one directions, to the one object or to one area, then it will have the outcome of more greater result.
Lodges and take Gogan, Chick Lodge and Congo, Jidea Lodge and take Gogan. When I do think I turn, President Bushera. I do tell most it that, in Yamacha, I lot on you move there.
So it is to be able to directing all our mental attention, mental force on a specific area. So it is something very beneficial, whether not only in our Dharma practice, but even just in our any mundane activities, and also like including, if we are sitting for examinations, which are also very makes a great difference. I know from my own experience, like in early day, I have set so many examinations, and so I know it's the attentions is very important.
Yeah, and that's why two churches then two churches. I Colossus key, Yabushia, Jayanga, the same mess, Colossus cunning, Jay, Charles on Yapunia, so two chairs.
So thank you again for coming tonight, and also especially, you exhibited a great attentions to my talk. So I'm not going to say that my talk was brilliant, but I could say that the kind of the motivation that with which I begin this talk, I could say that it is a very wholesome one.
Yeah.